Testing, testing.
To the game, I'm about that triggering. Please wipe off your feet before you get up in my range. Yeah, looking for that bad trick, I need it. Tell shorty I fiend it. Serve it to me, I eat it. If I don't like it, then I don't keep it. Yeah, she can't wait to go and turn the lights down. Taking shorty home for the night now. All I really need, you know I'm about the paper money green. I'm telling you that all I really need, you know I'm about the paper money green. My account got O's in it, your account's got an O in it. My cheese, I rollin' it, your cheese got mold in it. Yeah, who that boy, who that boy, who that boy be? Who that boy, who that boy, yeah that boy me. About to go get my wrist frozen, both of my pockets are swollen. You ain't the one that was chosen, putting the foreign in motion. Doing 180 wide open, I'm on the way to the ocean. She rubbing me down with some lotion. She look at my wrist, she like, oh. All I really need, you know I'm about the paper money green. I'm telling you that all I really need, you know I'm about the paper money green. I be chasing money in the cream. I be chasing paper money green. I be chasing money in the cream. I be chasing paper money green. I be chasing money in the cream. I be chasing paper money green. I be
I need your attention. I need your attention.
when I need to get to it. I need to get to it. What's that? When I need to get to it. Gotta get loose this groove. It's just when I need to get to it. Gotta get loose this groove. It's just when I need to get to it. Gotta get loose this groove. It's just when I need to get to it. Gotta get loose this groove. It's just when I need to get to it. Gotta get loose this groove. It's just when I need to get to it. When I need to get to it. Gotta get loose this groove. It's just when I need to get to it. Gotta get loose this groove. It's just when I need to get to it. Gotta get loose this groove. It's just when I need to get to it.
Yeah. Songs for love, babe, I'm looking for a feature. Your body banging, that's an onomatopoeia. If I paint the picture, would you be my Mona Lisa? I could have you in the Louvre, but you gon' have to get a visa like the Pope. I could bless you with the best smoke. Kill that pussy in DC with the death stroke. One night with me, you can't let go. Tryna build a ship, damn, what you brought your Legos? Ooh yeah, girl, cause you know you on fire. Get you what you want, baby, no I can't deny it. Walk 1,000 miles, if it's sleet, rain or shine. Yeah, shawty in my whip, girl, you know you my rider. Keep it 100 like it's straight up on the dash. Weather out the storm, on the bullshit gon' pass. Me and you covered like a full-on cast. Tell me what you need, promise that it's not all bad. Whenever you need me, whenever you want me, you know I'll be there. You need me, just call me, I'll stay till the morning. You know I'll be there. I want it, you want it, so girl, let's get it up on it. I want it, you want it, so girl, let's get it up on it. I want it, you want it,
Can you feel it? It's in the air. Don't fight it. I know you're scared. They call me trouble. I cause them pain. I never love them. Ain't that a shame? I'm about my business. Ain't got the time. I'm about my business. Wake up and grind. I'm about my business. Chasing dollar signs. I'm about my business. I'm about my business. I'm about my business. Ain't got the time. I'm about my business. You know. Wake up and grind. I'm about my business. Chasing dollar signs. I'm about my business. I'm about my well-behaved women rarely make history, and thirsty ass men really ain't shit to me. I don't need your handouts, no sugar daddy. I'm en route to everything that I want. Stack cash, then I dip out. I ain't the risk that it trip out. Cold-hearted, that's no doubt. Leave them all little blue, and now these boys ain't crypto. I'm about my business, no time for no business. They hate me, ayy, cause I'm rich, bitch. Hustling, cockier than ever. Step to me and your head I will sever. I'm about my business. Ain't got the time. I'm about my business. Wake up and grind. I'm about my business. Chasing dollar signs. I'm about my business. I'm about my business. I'm about my business. Ain't got the time. I'm about my business. You know. Wake up and grind. I'm about my business. Chasing dollar signs. I'm about my business. I'm about my. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Touchdown like Brady, score more like Jordan. With more rings than Russell, I go hard like Gordon. Untouchable like Floyd, I walk around important. We real winners, we pay. These lames can't ignore us. Nah, we ball hard, no shot clocks. We win the game like Jordan. No competition, no stopping me. The pressure on, I'm scoring. We undefeated, we cash getters. Big bags don't last with us. We spend it all, then get it back. Back to back, we trap winners. They try to stop us, but they don't phase us. We ballin' more than them Lakers. I got your girl, she going crazy around the world. It's like we famous. Back to back, we winning. My whole team, we winning. Gun chains on, we winning. My chick bad, we winning. We winning, we winning. Them big bags, we winning. We winning, we winning. My whole team, we winning. Look at my watch, it's my time, so I ain't wasting no second. Nah, man, ain't wasting no time, you know? I'm busy counting this money, boy, I'm blessed, I'm counting these blessings. That money bag we chasing, them bad models, they naked. We put in work, then selling work, then we right back on vacation. They broke mad and they hating, we touched down in Vegas. I'm smoked out and I'm faded, with some crazy girls going crazy. That cuss got me all lazy, they love me like I'm famous. Touchdown like Brady, score more like Jordan. With more rings than Russell, I go hard like Gordon. Untouchable like Floyd, I walk around important. We real winners, we pay. These lames can't ignore us. Nah. Back to back, we winning. My whole team, we winning. Gun chains on, we winning. My chick bad, we winning. We winning, we winning. Them big bags, we winning. We winning, we winning. My whole team, we winning. My whole team, we winning. My whole team, we winning. We winning, we winning. My whole team, we winning. We winning, we winning. My whole team, we winning.
You know you gotta make moves, you gotta pay your dues. You're gonna fall on your face, you're gonna get bruised. See, it's inevitable to be incredible. Everything I've been through just makes me that much more credible. In the belly of the beast, but I will not retreat. I can't go back to how I used to be. I know there's so much more for me. They say let your next move be your best move. They say like this what you make it, that's what I'ma do. Sometimes it feels like the shoulder to build a better view. Use that motivation, elevate your attitude, and just do you. In the belly and a beast, but I will not retreat. I can't go back to how it used to be. I know there's so much more for me. In the belly and a beast, but I will not retreat. I can't go back to how it used to be. I know there's so much more for me. Hindsight is 2020. You don't wanna look back when it's 2020. Looking back at everything that you did in your 20s, when really it's what you didn't do that makes you wanna relive it. So it's time for a reset. Refresh the frame to fame like we next. Yeah, who better to take the reins of success? Now put your hands up like noon and say yes. Use that chip on your shoulder to build a better view. Use that motivation, elevate your attitude, and just do you. In the belly and a beast, but I will not retreat. I can't go back to how it used to be. I know there's so much more for me. In the belly and a beast, but I will not retreat. I can't go back to how it used to be. I know there's so much more for me.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Put a one up if you can hear me. I was just reading the comment. Yeah, I was reading what Amy said to Denise. Denise, we did an exercise together a couple weekends ago. Well, it's probably what, like 3 weeks ago now? Or, yeah, about 3 weeks ago. Um, which is Tammy, thanks for the one, everybody. But what I was saying is Tammy, she's in Canada and she wanted hot weather, and us over here want cold weather, cooler weather. So I was teaching everybody how to do this. I was teaching everybody how to manifest and change the weather. Well, actually, it's not manifesting, just change the weather. I've been doing it for a long time, but haven't taught it very much, but I've been doing it for a long time. So everybody that knows me is like in life with me, they know I change the weather. So anyway, I was teaching everybody how to do it because the more consciousness we have on it, it's gonna happen. Because I can do it by myself, so I know all of y'all can do it by yourself. Just kind of showing you how to do it. So we did an experiment, and we got Tammy's all the way up to 30 degrees Celsius, right? So she got what she wanted, and then I just put a post, what, about 4 days ago, Amy or Danny, remember on Discord, where we have unseasonably cool weather over here. And I did that in Texas too, where it was like unseasonably cool weather. So you have to go back and look. And it does happen. We can do it. Like we can all do it. So, uh, welcome everyone. How is everybody? For those of you that don't know me and are just joining this live, welcome. My name is Simply Cindy. My name is Cindy, but you can call me Simply Cindy. Cindy, I have been here, but my YouTube wouldn't let me participate. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks, Denise, for joining, and thank you everybody for joining. That's why I call myself Simply Cindy because I have a lot of accolades, but it's more towards I hate running down the whole thing. So it's mediumship, tarot, astrology. It's just a whole bunch of stuff like that. Hypnosis. I do hypnosis. So um, tonight we're going to talk a little bit about astrology, and we had a really good discussion on our Discord community. We are building our Discord community, and we are having so much fun over there. For those of you, David or somebody will be. I think it's David. He'll do it in a little bit. He'll put the Discord invite into the chat so you guys can come over there. Here on YouTube, there are a lot of things I can't say, I can't do, I can't blah 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 blah. Right? So we decided to start a community where we can say, do, and have as much fun as we want over there. So please join us over there. Consider joining us over there. It is tiered for subscription, so you can have the first tier is the general, where people are just kind of talking and memeing, and a lot of times we're in there, but the other tier is subscription based, so it's a fee, and then we have the top tier where, so the other tiers, the second tier uh, is where I'll put all of my astrology readings, all my tarot readings, all of that. And then the top tier is where I'm actually teaching you a lot of stuff, manifestation, meditation, astrology, tarot, all of that. So consider, thank you, David. Consider going over there because there's a lot more we can say that I mean, we can say it here, but they're not going to put it anywhere. They're going to like lose your video or lose your live. You won't get pushed out to people. So anyway, we're having a lot of fun. Tomorrow night we're going to do a live over there, but we're going to watch movies. And so I need to gather all of our group over there tonight after this, and there's a couple of movies that I have listed. They're scary movies. So I just kind of want to see which one you guys want to do, and we're going to do that tomorrow in the evening. So you can like grab your wine, grab your devil's lettuce, grab whatever, and come and have a good time, watch some movies, and watch everybody, right? Watch the movie and then kind of communicate with everybody. Just like watching it. It's like watching it in the comfort of your home, but having people there and having not people there, if that makes any sense. So, so tonight, what's first on the docket? How's everybody doing? Welcome again, all you new ones. Those of you that are watching the replay, welcome. Thank you for joining. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you can. This gets out to people that maybe are looking for me. Um, and we've got some aspects coming. We've got some things coming in the sky, so I kind of wanted to talk about that. And then we'll talk about the manifestation that we were talking about earlier on Discord. So I am doing this by myself. David's not doing this or helping me. I mean, he's kind of helping me on the side when I need it, but I'm trying to be a big girl and do this all by myself. So, let me know if you guys can see uh, the mouse. I think you can see the mouse, right? So, um, let me know if you can see the mouse, and then we'll get started. Today is June 2nd. I just had my birthday on May 31st. Had a great, wonderful birthday. Let's see. Oh, that's right, Denise. I forgot you were in Bear County. So, can everybody see the mouse? We got a lot of stuff going on, but we've got some other stuff. And I found a way to be able to display this so that you guys can see it easier. Um, Cindy, what are you saying, Amy? Amy says Cindy is a beautiful petite woman, but in her human form. That's right. Amy's saying that because they've heard my higher self before, who's like, there was this huge voice, like this big, you could tell it was a big energy. um, okay, so today's June 2nd. Don't let all of this confuse you. I'll break this down for you, and I've made it a very easy way. So what we've got going on is we've got a couple of things. So June 4th, you're going to see this move forward. Um, how do I want to do this? I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, so today, June 2nd, let's start today. Today, June 2nd, you see Venus right here. Let me take all this stuff off real quick. Okay, you guys can see that. That's a little better. Not so yuck over here. So you have Venus right here, and it is in Cancer. So you guys have kind of probably been feeling, and it's like the ending of the degrees. And do you see these aspects? This is Venus talking to all of these places, right? And so it's trining Neptune. So Venus being the planet of beauty and money and anything aesthetic, and Neptune, I always think of Neptune as like the quick explanation of Neptune is oh, that's probably a bad word right now, but thinking of movies, thinking of the film industry, right? It's what you're seeing or what they're showing you, but it's not really the truth, right? It can be part of the truth, but it's not, you're not really seeing the person for who they really are. You're seeing them for the character that they are, right? When in reality, they're like this other person who plays this character. That's Neptune for me. Okay, so think of the film, think of the stage. That's Neptune. So with Neptune and Venus, with Neptune and Venus kind of aspecting talking to each other, so they're in a strong trine, which means that you may have had some things coming towards you. You may have had some, hmm, maybe some of you money coming toward you, gifts coming toward you. Uh, a lot of people say this is probably not a good time to be, revamping the way that you look or having a haircut or redoing your makeup, stuff like that, or like getting a new wardrobe. That's probably not the time that you want to do it when it's like aspecting Neptune like that, because more than likely you'll do the thing and then you'll go back, like if you got clothes or a wardrobe, you'll probably return them later because you're not going to see it the way that you saw it before. Does that make sense? Um, Also, so that's going to be aspecting for a couple of days, but it's in see this red, this is an opposition to Pluto. So the good thing is that you're feeling better. You may be feeling uh, more family oriented, more homey because you got Cancer here and you have Pisces here. So you guys have probably been feeling a little bit more relaxed, or maybe like something, like when something happens and then you're like, whew, kind of feeling like you can exhale for a little bit. But this opposition, because I'm always looking at Pluto, y'all know I'm looking at Pluto. He's not messing with me. So Pluto is opposing Venus, right? And he's in Aquarius, so they're kind of talking to each other far away, but they are kind of talking to each other about um, basically Pluto's getting ready to go into Capricorn. So since he's in Aquarius, he's like, how are we seeing the things that we see? Is it real that we see the things that we see? what is fake, and are we okay with the fakeness? Because we're all okay with film, with the film industry. We're all okay with watching a movie, understand that it's a movie, right? So that's what sort of Pluto's saying about you and Venus. Now it hits different areas of your life compared to the, where it's at in the chart for you, right? Because last week we talked about you have two charts. When I'm talking about this chart, this is what's going on now. But when I'm saying how it works in your life, that would mean that you need to look at your chart and see where Cancer is in your chart, or where Aquarius is in your chart, and that will kind of give you the indications of where in your life it'll be manifesting, where in your life it'll come up. Does that make sense? So, uh, yeah, you got to listen to Pluto. Pluto's about to go back in, so that's the big deal. Right now, Venus is finishing up what she had to finish up in. That's the reason I'm bringing Venus out, is because she's finishing up what she had to finish up in Cancer, right? She wanted us to understand, for some of us, not for everybody, but think of Cancer. Remember, she's got to play Cancer's way. So Cancer is about bringing people together. Cancer is a leader. But Cancer isn't the leader like Capricorn leader. Capricorn leaders will get out and let's do this, let's do this, let's blah 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 blah, right? Organize. He just kind of goes. Where Cancer is a different sort of leader. Cancer is that leader that gets in the trenches with you, and we should all do it together. And I'm not any like, don't think of me as the boss. Think of me as part of the group doing it, and we're all going to do it together. That's sort of Cancer's way. So for some of you, you may have sort of come to that conclusion. Like, I'm not wanting to be that type of leader that's just going to, like, I can think of somebody that's like, I don't want to be the head of this. I'm tired of working so hard. I want us all to take part. I want everybody to do their thing. I need everybody to step up. I want, all of that. So you may have found that that could have been happening. For some of you, it could have been about your family, or about how you make money, or about how the relationship is. Like, the Cancers is family oriented. So if it was in your seventh house, it may have been look like, you know, you're ready to sort of build something of a family with a partner, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean a romantic partner. It can, but maybe it's a company that you want to work in a family oriented way, right? So that's happening now. That's going to happen for the next couple of days, because the important thing is that it's finishing up Cancer, and it's about to ingress. Remember, we said when it's moving into a new sign, us astrologers call it ingressing. So it's about to ingress, right? So it's about to move in. So it no longer will have to play by Cancer's rules. It's going to play by Leo's rules, right? And so when it plays by Leo's rules, we're talking about passion. So it's going to bring the passionate side out of um, Venus. Like, I was just thinking, in Cancer, we want to feel safe. We want to feel stable. We want to feel like we have our family around us, right? And because Venus had to work in Cancer's house, it expressed those values of itself. So you probably got whatever, a job, money, of relationships, stuff like that, that really made you feel safe and secure. We're not even talking about Taurus over here, who's going to be working on that all year, but maybe making some decisions about that so that you can feel that way. Now it's going to go into Leo, which is still a beautiful area to go into, but Leo is that beautiful, open heart, passionate sign, right? It's the leader. It wants the attention, and that's what Venus is going to be doing when it moves into Leo. So I'm going to move it forward so you guys can see, and that'll be actually on June 4th. It's still going to be in Cancer, so I'm going to switch. Well, I can always move back. Sorry. Let me show you. There is an aspect over here Yeah, now let me do that. Sorry, it's my brain thinking as I'm talking to you guys. Okay, there we go. So on the 6th, Venus is going to move into Leo, right? So all of the fire signs are going to be activated, right? So wherever your Sagittarius is, wherever if you've got a lot, if you've got, we call it the top three, either your sun, moon, or ascending. If you have one of those in Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, especially Leo, you're going to have things come through, and it's going to be passionate. It's going to be something maybe that you've been working at, or that you liked very much, or could be something or someone, right, that comes into your life and makes you laugh and makes you be joyous and makes you it. Remember, because Sagittarius too is optimistic, so laugh, passion, an open heart, and that's Venus. Venus is going to be gifting this. And the reason that this is so important is because Venus usually stays in a sign about a month. This time, Venus is going to be in the sign for 4 months. So it's going to be in Leo for 4 months. It is going to, let me look at the, because I put the dates here. So it's going to go into Leo, and then on the 14th of July, it's going to station retrograde. So it's going to go all the way to the 28th degree. And then July 14th, it's going to like slow down. It's going to start slowing down before then, but it's going to slow down and stop and then retrograde. So whatever goes on from now until July 14th, pay attention. Pay attention to what's coming in. Pay attention to how you're seeing things. Pay attention to people and new things that are that you're very passionate about. These won't finish up. Like maybe you meet some new people and then you don't talk to them for, a month or so. Like stuff like that, because it's going to go. So you're going to have these things come along up until July 14th. This is how a retrograde works. And then it's going to move back. So all of these points that it moved over, so all of these things from now until July 14th, whatever happens in your life, think about when it on July 14th, get ready because it's going to go back over it, because things will come into people all of our lives, and sometimes we keep things, sometimes we don't focus on them, sometimes we're like, oh, that was a nice thing, and then we just sort of let it go, right? But when it retrogrades, it's almost like the universe is giving us another opportunity to see if we want to keep it in our life or not, right? So maybe it's a job offer. Maybe it's a position that you're going to get a raise for. Maybe it's just stuff like that. Maybe it's a person that comes into your life, but then all of a sudden they have to travel and you can't see them. Just different things. And it'll be in different areas of your life depending on your chart. But just know that on July 14th, it's going to retrograde. And that means from July 14th all the way until September 10th, it's going to be going back over where it went. So from now to July 14th, it goes this way, and it gives you all the stuff. And then July 14th, it goes back until September, and then it's asking you, do you want to keep this stuff? Do you like this stuff? Do you want this person? Do you like this relationship? Do you da 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 da? All of that, right? And then it'll finally, September 10th, start back over, because it doesn't come all the way back. It comes to like July, like the 13th, I think, 13th degree. And so this part will be, you'll be thinking over it, looking over it, reevaluating it. That's what a retrograde is, right? And Mercury retrograde is one thing because that's about our communication and we kind of feel it like that. But Venus retrograde is a whole different thing because these are relationships. This is money. These are situations, right? Um, and so it'll be going direct and going back over, but it's not going to finish. So you won't finish these things up until October 8th. And October 8th, it'll finally hit 29 degree, which you guys know 29 degree is an important degree. It's like a lot of energy there. So my thing is we'll be getting these things, reevaluating what we want. Did we like that thing? Did we not like that thing? Did we like that person? Did we not like that person? Do we like this job? Do we not like this position? Do we like this money? Do we not like the way we got this money? Da 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 da. And then finally, October 8th, Whatever we decide, and then we're ready to move on. Does that make sense to everybody? I know that's a lot, but that's a lot of information, but I'm trying to help you understand why this is important. And at some point, it's going to get close. You see Mars here, right? And who do we have here? We have Pallas Athena. So, we talked about Pallas. Some of you guys know about Pallas Athena, right? So, she represents the wisdom of the female spirit, right? She's independent, and you may find yourself in situations where you're like, do I want to be this? Do I not want to be that? Because you're going to have the influence of Pallas Athena, right? So I'm just kind of trying to give you guys a heads up about what's going on. Does that make sense to everybody? I can't I can't see what we were saying, so hold on. Okay. Yes, your haircut might be a mess, Danny. I'm reading the comments because I was teaching, so I couldn't read the comments. Let's see. Oh, okay. Amy had said, you said you were small. I didn't realize I said that. Uh, Simple chart, hell yeah. Looks good. Mouse, simple chart, good, perfect, thank you. Uh, so haircut might be a mess, yes. Oh, Star Empress. Must listen to Pluto, yes. That word gives me PTSD. Egress or ingress? It's ingress. It just means it's moving into a different sign. So July 14th, yes, broke it down nicely. Okay, perfect. Okay. Um, I'm gonna show you guys. So see where it's at 0 degrees? Like on this day, it's gonna trine the midheaven, right? So because this is the Earth chart, this isn't like our specific chart. Uh, there's gonna be something about the way that things change for the better for everyone. And then right here concerns me a little because Pluto is like, yeah, we're not going to be having the safety of. You know what? I can't say that here. I'm sorry. I cannot say that here. I'm gonna say it. Remind me, guys, when we go to Discord, and I'll say what I needed to say about that. Okay, so remind me with Pluto opposing Venus, and I'll tell you guys on Discord. Just know that Pluto makes you face your fears, and you guys can gather information about that. I mean, like put two and two together. Pluto will make you face your fears, and Pluto will also not let you lean on anybody but yourself. And if we're talking about not specific, but to the world, think about what could possibly come up or be focused on in this time period, right? So, that's all I'll say about that right now. I wanted to talk a little bit about, I'm going to go back to June 4th because that's when we have, there we go. So June 4th is when we have the full moon in Sagittarius. So remember, the full moon is the sun over here, opposite of the moon. That's a full moon. It's in Sagittarius, which I'm a Sagittarius moon. That's funny that I'm a Sagittarius moon. Oh, it's actually going to be on mine. Now that I'm looking at this is actually going to be a point on my chart. Um, because I think I'm at 13 degrees Sagittarius. So this brings up a good reference because I'm a 13-degree Sagittarius moon, and the full moon is going to be at 15 degrees Sagittarius when it's a full moon. And by the way, I was born on a full moon. Because that's happening, that means my point in my chart is going to be activated up here. And for me, it is the 10th house. My 10th house is Sagittarius. But it's got Mars there and it's got the moon there for me. So that means those 2 points are going to be activated for me. Which means for the full moon, there's some things I'm going to be letting go of. There's some optimistic way that I see myself moving forward in the public life, right? Does that make sense to you guys? Because that's the 10th house, your reputation, your public. And I have been working on that. And it looks like with the full moon, I'm actually going to finish that phase. Does that make sense to everybody? Like Sagittarius is this optimistic, higher wisdom, um, expansive sort of like think of I think I've told y'all before, Sagittarius, the symbol is the centaur, right? So always having their feet on the ground, but the arrows pointed to the stars because we know that there's more to life. There's more than just this life, and there's more than just this dimension, and there's more than just this universe. And we try to bring that to the ground. We try to bring that to earth, right? So but because we're dealing with the full moon, it's letting go of things that no longer serve us. But also, that's so that the new things can come in. And if you guys know what I'm doing, because a lot of you do, we're on Discord. We're building that. We're not letting go completely of YouTube, but we're letting go of the way I am, letting go of the way that I approached YouTube, right? I'm letting go of that, and that may be part of the finale of this because it's whatever it is that you're letting go of, it's optimistic. You don't feel bad about it. You're pretty spot on with what you're feeling about letting go of something. Does that make sense to you guys? And for you, for me, it is. For me, it's actually in my third and 10th house, right? So it's here and here. Um, but for some of you, Sagittarius in your chart could be down here. So it's letting go of something emotional, letting go of something within. But it could be up here for you, letting go of a job, letting go of a group, letting go of an understanding, because that's the ninth house, the higher, that's the actual Sagittarius house. The ninth house is the higher wisdom, the higher learning. It's the occult, it's the religion, it's the bigger thing, right? Maybe it's letting go of in the eighth house. Maybe you're letting go of um, because this is other people's money, so it could be this could be where you're letting go of a partnership, or something is finishing with um, the law. Maybe you had um, I'm trying to think of the word. Maybe you had a contract or something and that's finishing up. Maybe you had an inheritance and that's finishing up. It could be different things for the eighth house. It's a lot of stuff. Um, Sorry, my headphones went off. So the seventh house is partnerships. So you could be coming to a conclusion in a partnership. For some, that's a relationship, romantic. For others, it's a business partnership. For others, it's a friendship, right? So it just kind of depends. There's all sorts of partners. And then, the sixth house, there could be a thing of letting go of the way that you do things every day. So maybe you're no longer going to be working out, or maybe you're no longer going to be having to run your children here and there, or you're finishing up, you're letting go of something, you're releasing something. But this is optimistic, so it makes you feel better. In this seventh house, it makes you feel better. In the eighth house, it makes you feel, whatever this is, it's very optimistic, and it's a understanding that you needed to get through, or that you wanted to get through in a different way, if that makes sense, because it's a bigger understanding. It's wisdom, right? In the fifth house, it could be romance that you're letting go of, or maybe you're doing romance in a different way, because this is where your love affairs are, right? In the fourth house, it could be the understanding and letting go of me and my roots, and I can't change who I am. This is who my family is, and I'm no longer going to try to control that. Like, that's the fourth house. And the third house has to do with communication. It's a Gemini house, right? So processing. So maybe you finally, that thing, I just got this for a lot of you. If this third house is activated, like if this is where your full moon is, you're finally going to get to the answer that I told you guys to sit with last week. Like it's going to be really clear and you're going to let go of it. You probably already got clarity. You're going to finally let go of it. And the second house, it has to do with your values. So your value system. You're thinking of a different system. You're understanding a different way. Like we're gonna talk a little about the manifestation, but I was just explaining to everybody a different way of understanding manifestation today on Discord, like stuff like that. And then your first house, of course, has to do with you, your understanding, your path in life, and some people say your physicalness. So maybe you are cutting your hair, maybe you have lost some weight, maybe I don't know. It's all different for that first house. Does that all that make sense to you guys? I'm going to read some of this now. Let me take a break and drink some coffee. Danny, I'm so happy for you, but I'm sad that you have pain. But I am happy for you. Okay, and the last thing I will talk about as far as astrology, because y'all know I'm always looking at Pluto. Pluto on June 11th, I'm going to move the chart. Do you like the chart this way, guys? Does it help for you to see it better? Two. Put up a 1 if it helps you to see better. Put up a 2 if you don't like it. Or if it doesn't matter. Okay, perfect. So Denise said, nah, it doesn't matter. Okay. Amy said, yes, 1. Tammy said 3. Uh, oh my god, that's so funny. And let's put 4 up for good measure. That's so funny. See, because that's kind of how we are over there on Discord. We're always making each other laugh. Oh, she's got a good point. 3 was undecided. Good deal. No, I get it. She said it was undecided. That's perfect. Okay, so if you guys see now, here's Pluto. He's at 0 degrees. He's been at 0 degrees Aquarius in the last 3 or 4 months. Whatever you guys were working on, whatever you guys started, whatever you guys saw, whatever, all of that. He was giving us a preview because he was in Aquarius because he's been in Capricorn for 20 years. He moved into Aquarius just a little bit. Remember we talked about it? I told you he went and he knocked on the door and Aquarius was like, and he's like, I know. And Aquarius is like, I'll let you in the living room. You can use the bathroom, but you're only staying in the living room, right? So Pluto only brought like a bag. He didn't bring all his stuff because he knows it's going to take Aquarius some time to like let him in. Because that's Aquarius. Aquarius is quirky. Aquarius wants to be alone. I mean, Aquarius will do it for humanity, but Aquarius doesn't really want to be bothered about it right now. So Pluto's like, I got 20 years. We'll figure it out. You'll let me in. So I'm just gonna stay in the living room. I won't touch any of your stuff, And so he was sort of showing all of us, because if you have never seen me, I have character. Like these planets are kind of characters for me. That's just the energy because I'm a medium. I can feel them. So, so I speak this way, and it also kind of helps you understand. So Pluto's been in Aquarius. He's about to leave Aquarius, so he's telling Aquarius, "Hey, see, it wasn't so bad. I didn't do any damage. Everything was fine. Like I left you alone. I just stayed in the living room. I didn't touch any of your stuff. But so, think about me coming back, right? I gotta go finish some stuff up with Capricorn. That's kind of what Pluto is saying. So Pluto is going into on June 12th. It starts June 11th, so it's like late at night, June 11th. June 12th, it's going back into Capricorn. So Pluto is going to go back into Capricorn. And these last 20 years of us realizing we don't like the structures because it has torn down and made us reevaluate and made us look at all the structures, the government, the school system, Hollywood, the film industry, like everything, the medical field, like everything. It's caused us to look at it. So I'm telling y'all right now, Pluto's about to finish it up. Okay, whatever that means, that means. I can't say much here on YouTube, but we are welcome. Y'all are welcome to come over to Discord and have a heavy discussion about this. And we will be free to say whatever over there. Okay? So, he's going back to Capricorn. He left his clothes and stuff there. He's going to go pack all his bags in Capricorn, and he's saying, "See, we're best buddies now. You're no longer in fear, Capricorn. You're no longer you can stand on your own. You've done your deal. I'm here to finish this up, and then I got to move on. I got to get Aqua on the path. I got to get Aqua on the path." And Capricorn's like, "Yeah, it wasn't as bad. I know that you got to we got to finish this stuff up. I know there's a lot of work to do because that's Capricorn. I know there's a lot of work to do, and it's going to be in Pluto is going to be in Capricorn until until next year. So January of 2024. So from June 12th to January of 2024, get ready. And all I can say, because see, it's going to be aspecting a lot of planets, a lot of things. Like it's going to be doing a lot. Even though it doesn't move very much, these other planets are moving and talking to him. Is this done? Are we doing this right? Do we want this? Is this the way it's going to be? Like they're almost like finishing everything up with Pluto and Capricorn. You see this? Like this right here is a strong square. It's a square to the south node. Do we want it that way? Do we not want it that way? We've done it this way and it didn't work. Are we ready to release this? The energy feels safe, but we understand that we don't want that, right? Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see what else. It's going to be aspecting Sirius. It's going to be aspecting that Venus, right? So it's right here. It's in a weak aspect, but it's going to do Mars eventually. It's going to do a lot of them. It is with Mercury. It's going to be in a trine with Mercury, so I can see where people have some things to say and to finish things up, and that's going to be happening all the way until January of 2024. I'm not going to go too in depth about what all that is because I can't do that here without getting into, all that stuff. But just know that Pluto is here to finish the breakdown of the structures. So the banking system, all that stuff that we have been dealing with, it's going to come to a completion. So whatever that is, whatever we decide on the whole, whatever our consciousness decides, right? So if the majority of people want this, then it's probably going to end up that way. If the majority consciousness wants this, it's probably going to end up that way. Does that all make sense to you guys? I hope that helps. And that's all I'm going to say um about that. So today we were talking about manifestation. I can't remember. Let me go back and look. Uh, oh, that's what it was. So I saw this. I had a random thought because I saw this coach on social media, and she was saying, "Let's test the universe. I want to ask the universe." So she was saying, "Let's do this. Let's test the universe." And then she said, "I want you to ask the universe to send you a gift in the next 24 hours." And I was like, that's kind of not right, and that's part of the problem of why manifestation is not working for people, right? Again, it was a random thought, but I shared it with everybody. And in my opinion, in the way that I've been taught by source, the way that I've been taught by the teacher, by whatever you call the being, the higher self, whatever, right? Is that so I wrote it this way and I said, I would say if you know you are source incarnate, then you are the in essence God and you are in charge of the universe. So, in my opinion, and the way that I've been taught is you don't ask and you don't tell the universe, you don't ask the universe, and you don't tell the universe. You just say, which is a knowing. The universe, you just say, universe, bring me a gift in the next 24 hours. Then get excited at the fact that it manifests, and you see, that, because what I was saying is that part of the problem is that we've been indoctrinated. I think we've been indoctrinated to say, oh, let me ask the universe and see if it will do it. And that right there puts you in the vibration of waiting. And waiting is not the vibration of being. So my suggestion would be to stop asking the universe at the thing or the situation you want to experience and just say and be in that. So I asked the question, what do you guys think? And I had some really good answers and really good, and people really started, Daniel and Amy, if you want to share your thoughts. Um, and then Daniel had thrown something else in there about asking people from the other side. Um, and I'll tell you what he wrote. He said, so just a thought, but when I ask guidance from anyone on the other side, I ask them, show me two for yes or three for no. So that's like his way, right? The first number I happen to see, and even more, I give it time. I give it a time frame. So he gives it a time frame, and he tells them like in 3 minutes. I'm not sure it's manifesting because I just need to help when I'm feeling like I can't make up my mind. Because he was saying he's a Libra moon, by the way. And also, it usually happens, but then it happens because I know it's going to happen in the next 3 minutes. Or is just being super specific? What do you guys think? So I loved this because it opened up something else that I was thinking as well. So, and Lorna says, release resistance and control to how transformation occurs and how your manifestation appears, which is right. But it got me thinking about the other thing that's going on. And I said, I think it's great, and I'm so glad you brought this in the conversation because this brings up something I think is misunderstood. And again, this is my opinion. This is the way that the teacher has taught me. This is the way my higher self has taught me, and it to help me to see. When you're asking, as you said before, you are really speaking to yourself. This may not go over so well for the bigger crowd, but here we go. You are really speaking to yourself. We may call them guides, loved ones, beings, or whoever or whatever, but in reality, it is you because we are all from the same source. And I may have just expanded your awareness so we can talk about that later, is what I told them. But back to the whole thing is you can think of the universe like a machine. Obviously, it's not a machine, but it works like one. We don't have a vocabulary for what it is. We really don't. Like it's much more than that, but it's sort of a conceptual way of us to understand it, right? So part of the universe's job is to make the conditions or vibrations right so you, source, can experience in the physical. So if it's like a machine, then it doesn't care that you ask it. It's not going to do it until it doesn't care if you ask it. It doesn't care if you plead with it. It doesn't care. It's not like it's I don't know how to explain. It's like a machine. It we put it there for a reason. We put the mechanics of the way the universe works for a reason, right? So it's not going to do it until we give it the correct code or press the right buttons to make it work. Almost like give it the correct language and then it will just do what it does. We are the ones that add the feelings to it. It doesn't work against you when things don't go your way. It's just spitting out, so to speak, the vibration you gave it. So I was asking, does that really make sense to everyone? And then we said we'd discuss it later on here. So does anybody have any questions? Like we're thinking of the universe. So my whole thing was we shouldn't be asking the universe for anything. You should just be that so that the universe can know your vibration and then that will just be. It will just you will be at that vibration and then the universe will do what it does and help you form the experience that you want in the physical, right? Yes, like not making it's not like like you can tell the universe what to do, but and it'll even work doing that, but it's more than that. Like you don't have to tell it. You just are it. You just say, like think of yourself as this is gonna not go well with some people, but it's they're having me talk about it, so I'm gonna talk about it. Think of yourself as like the king or the queen, and whatever you say, it is. Now that's a hard position for everybody to understand because maybe you've never been a king or a queen, right? But there's like this presence that you have of no matter what it is. So that's not telling people, that's not pleading with anybody, that's not asking, that's just saying this. Does that make sense? Yeah, like I am. This is it. Like instead of saying, "Can you bring me a gift?" So going back to what that coach said, and the reason it bothered me is because she's a coach and she's got thousands of people she's talking to. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying let's look at this a different way. That's why I asked everybody's opinion. Let's just look at this a different way because obviously that way is not working. We've given y'all about 15 years to see if that type of manifestation works, and it doesn't work. So may this is all Saturn in Pisces. Let's look at it a different way. Let's try to get out of the indoctrinated belief system and understand a bigger way, an easier way, a better way, right? So going back to what she was saying, let's ask the universe. And I'm saying don't ask the universe. The universe doesn't care if you ask it. The universe will know when you are it. Like when you say, uh, bring me a gift in 24 hours, period. Bring me a gift in 24 hours. Not, can you please bring me a gift in 24 hours? I would be so happy if you brought me a gift in 24 hours. You better bring me a gift in 24 hours. Like, none of that. The best way, the way that I understand it, the way that they're having me understand so that we can learn a different way, is to just be it. Just say it. It is. Bring me a gift in 24 hours. That's not mean. That's not awful. That's not nice. That's not any of it. We're the only ones that are putting the feeling behind it. And there's nothing wrong with putting the feeling behind it, but they're trying to help us see a different way. It's almost like stepping into your God self. And I know that's going to be a problem for some people, but it's like stepping into your God self, understanding that you are whatever you want to experience. Just be that. And let, because we put the universe, its mechanism here on purpose to help us, and let it do its job. Let it show up. Don't worry about how it's going to do it. Don't try to be nosy and see how it's going to do it. That's not your business. Your business is just to say what vibration you want, and then let the mechanic, let the machine work. Hi, Amelia. Welcome. Alejandra. Hi, everybody. So does that make sense to everyone? And does anybody have a different, like, perspective or some input that they can give? Because again, I'm fascinated to hear what your higher self, what your guides are saying, and I am open to it because what we've been doing is not working. It's not working. But I think it's because we've been indoctrinated. It's almost like you're coming from a place of waiting when you ask, "Can you please bring me in 24 hours?" Da 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 da. Does that make sense? Then that puts you in the vibration of waiting. When you just are, it will just happen. It will just be. Right. Amy has a good point. Not making a request because it's already yours. Exactly. It's always been yours. Don't make a request. Just say it is because it is. Amy says that conception really makes sense. So really makes so much sense for me. Yeah, me too. When I understood that, I was like, yeah. Remember I was telling you guys about the popping in and popping out of the vibration? That puts you in a very different vibration. Now, people are going to do it different ways. And again, I'm fascinated to see if what I've told you, you guys can see a different perspective. Or challenge me. Let's challenge each other. You're not going to hurt my feeling by challenging me. If it can get us to see to a better place, then let's do it. Yes, stepping into your God self, which you are, you know. I hadn't even paid attention to what my avatar's doing because I am moving all around. Uh, does anybody have any questions or comments other than David saying he wants snacks? We know David. So Daniel, do you call her Emily? Because we saw Amelia on her name. So is it Emily? And welcome, Emily. Thanks for joining us. This is a really good group. I don't know what Daniel's told you about us, but this is a really, really good group to get to know. Okay, Emily. Well, welcome, Emily. Gotcha. She says, of course, Amelia is my government name, but I go by Emily. Okay, Emily, we gotcha. I have asked for help finding important documents and I requested to walk straight to them in the morning and it happened. There you go. Perfect. So Denise said, I've asked for help finding important documents and I requested, see, she requested to walk straight to them in the morning and it happened. Because you are the incarnate of Source, God, the one, right? Like you are that. And some people, it's going to take them some time to agree with that for themselves, but we are that. And for too long, we have been told differently. For too long, we have been made to feel like, oh, you can't say you're God. Oh, you can't try to be blah, blah, blah. Oh, you can't. No, that's all. Ooh, I almost cursed. That's all BS. That's all BS. We have come from that. We want to experience, and we need to undo all this indoctrinated understanding or belief system that has been carried down from generation to generation to generation. And if you guys want proof that it is not the correct way, then look at what's happened in your life. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be trauma. It doesn't have to be scarcity. It doesn't have to be any of that. But we have been told that, and because we're master manifestors, that's what we've manifested. But enough of that. That's one of my goals is that no more. My soul group, we have been through a lot. Our lineage is from a lot of trauma, a lot of things. We're no longer doing that. We're here in this lifetime to change that. And are we going to rub people the wrong way? Of course. But when I rub people the wrong way, that just means I'm doing my job. It means I've done it right in my eyes. So if I rub you the wrong way, you're probably not in my soul group, and I'm probably doing my job because I made you think. I made you get upset. I made you think twice about it, right? Which is what we're here, part of what we're here to do. But the other part is that we're here to understand peace and harmony. We're here to, so as God like, right? We're here to experience peace and harmony and abundance and life, right? We already know and have mastered trauma and hard work and all of that. We've already mastered it. We've done it over and over, and our lineage has done it over and over, and we even past lives have done it over and over, and no more. We're not doing it anymore. We're just not. And that's kind of what we talk about a lot on Discord over there. It's not just talking deep talks. It's like we're laughing, we're playing, we're in a better space. That's what I that's what I want for everybody. That's what my understanding is, you know. And again, because we're one consciousness, but we feel like we're separate, but if we can have enough of the consciousness understand that, then guess what? The universe will just do its job, and that will be it. It will be a place of peace. It will be a place of understanding. It will be a place of security. It will be a place of abundance. It will be all of that. But we need to, or we don't need, we want to get enough people to understand that for themselves, to feel that in their hearts so that the consciousness grows. And you guys have already seen how it's kind of growing because the way we thought we were going to go with the government and the banking system and the da, 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 it's kind of going the other way. We thought for a while you could sort of see people feeling like they were losing. Like, no, we don't want this. We want it this way, right? But then you get enough people, enough consciousness, and it sort of just all changes. All of a sudden that law can't be passed. All of a sudden the people in the government can't do what they want to do. All of a sudden the school systems are getting found out. All of a sudden, Hollywood is getting, highlighted. Like all of that because enough consciousness was released and understood and focused on a different thing. Does that make sense? What about spiritual gifts? So I'm not sure what the question is. We all have them. Is that what we're talking about? We all have spiritual gifts. We all have gifts because we are spirit. We are energy, right? But like I've always said, some people come in like Mozart who can just have that talent to write music, right? While others, or play the piano, right? While others of us have to work a lifetime to get to where he is. But we all have it. We all can write music. We all can play the piano. Some of us have to learn. And some of us it takes longer to learn, but we can all do it. That's the thing with spiritual gifts. Some of you have to learn it more. Some of you have been doing it for many, many, many lifetimes, right? Like obviously I've been doing it for many lifetimes because I can do a lot of it, right? I can change the weather. We can change the weather. But that's what but some of y'all are like maybe it'll take me forever to change the weather, but it doesn't because you just needed to be reminded, right? So some of you, let me say this. Some of you knowing our group, knowing us, you just need to be reminded of your gifts. Some of you will have to work a little bit harder for your gifts. But we all have the gifts. Everybody, if they practiced and worked hard and uh, meditated and got rid of the old indoctrinated stuff and got clear and did some tools and then you could be a medium. You could be psychic. All of y'all are psychic. Some of y'all feel it, some of y'all see it. You all just showed yourself in this group on YouTube how we changed Tammy's weather and how we changed my weather, our weather over here, right? Like it's been cool and it's been hot over there. And these are two different areas of the world, right? Like Canada's always cold, but it's been hot. We did that. In the past, some people would have been like, "Oh my gosh, don't say that. Like, you're not God." No, we are. We are. I'm not God alone. We all are. And we need to like reframe, rephrase, get a different perspective and an understanding. Did that help you? That help answer your question about spiritual gifts, Denise? You know how some people are really good at sports, but other people are really good at music. So we can all do these things, but some people are really good at mediumship, some people are really good at psychic, some people are really good at the healing arts, and some people are really good at plant medicine, and some people are really good. Does that make sense? Others of us will have to like, work, learn more, practice more. It's not work hard, but it's practice more, right? And that's another reason for that's where my Discord, where I'm teaching you guys the tools, and that's kind of up to you. But that would be the labradorite tier, because you get my time, you're going to get all my teachings. And if you're interested and you guys want to do it, I'm there. We're there. We have Amy, we have, Daniel, we have plenty of people that we're waiting for our group to come in, right? But I have no problem teaching you what I know. And then it's up to you to, like, I'd heard from Spirit, like, what, 3 weeks ago, I kept hearing from Spirit saying, some of you guys have done all of this and you got to start implementing these things. Like, if you have a headache, if you've been trying to do psychic stuff and then you get this band around your head and you don't feel good, go on the grass. Go barefoot on the grass. It's not only a spiritual thing, it's been scientifically proven that it will change your energy to go on the grass. It will help ground you. Do a meditation of your chakras. There's lots of stuff. Take some herb plants. Like all of that I'm teaching over there on Discord. Would love to teach it here on YouTube, but that's just not an option. And I'm not working against YouTube anymore. I'm going to work within the bounds of YouTube with what I have. And Discord is so that I can really teach you guys. Yes, that would be wonderful for some of you guys to come over. So I would love to have all of you guys. We're having a great time over there and we're just building it. So this is a great time because we're building it. For those of you that don't know, I was here for a while on YouTube. So 2014 to, I don't even remember, 2018. And then I stopped. Then, of course, we had the pandemic and all that stuff. But I'm back on here. So I know people are looking for me. And I'm leaving you the option. It's up to you. How much do you want to know? How much do you want to learn? Is it worth you have to decide whether you're ready to invest in you, whether you're ready to invest in the magic in you, in the higher understanding of you and this life. That's what we're doing. Not just that, it's the community. We have so many people over there with a lot of knowledge, and their energy is so good. It's so good. Like people are just, we have such a great time. We're laughing, we're playing, we're joking with each other. It's just a good space. If you're not having a good day, you come in, it just changes. That in itself to me is worth the investment. That in itself, just to know that you have people that support you, that you can talk to about anything without judgment. You know, I'll talk to you about anything. For people to call me a little cuckoo or whatever, doesn't matter to me. I've known things since I was a child before people knew things, and then I was called not so nice things. And then later in life, science found out those things were true. So I ain't worried about people say about me. I'm not worried about what people think about me. I am who I am. You are who you are. But I understand that living in this life, it's hard for you to like talk to people about these things. So I want to make a safe space where you can, if that makes sense. I mean, I worked in a very different corporate life, very different than what I do. It's funny because it was a very analytical, very, medicine. But then I would have these doctors and these triple PhDs and these, heads of John Hopkins, neurology, heads of blah, 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 heads of, whatever. And they would come to me in secret and say, but you're a medium, can we do a session? Right? And I just think it's important for us to have that space and to grow together because we are building stuff over there. We hadn't even started. Like, the big picture is so great. I can't wait. Wild card message from Spirit for me. I'm not pulling cards, Rhiannon. She says, just checking. She's funny. Uh, anyway, I'm gonna go now. If nobody has any questions, I love you, love you, love you. Um, for those of you that are on Discord, please join me real quick over there because I want to show you the two movies and then we'll kind of discuss what we want to do for tomorrow because we're going to do a live tomorrow and we're going to watch movies. Okay? So thank you so much everyone for coming. Thank you for joining. Thank you for participating and getting to know everybody. Please come over to Discord if you want. Please like, share, and subscribe here on YouTube. Um, I love you, love you, love you. Bye.